Good afternoon to you, and welcome to another edition of discussion on opportunities to study abroad and expand your knowledge and horizon. Come back and help build Ghana, because ultimately that is where we want to get to. My name is Efia Pokia, or Vim Lady. Now, what we are trying to do is to follow what Osagyefo Nkrumah, Ghana's first president, did, which was to travel abroad, study, acquire knowledge, and the wisdom to come back and fight for Ghana's independence. A lot of countries are doing that as a very key policy to build those nations. And we can talk about China, India, even those in the Middle East have done that, and now their countries are different. One of the key resources of most developing countries is the human resource. Ghana is no exception. We have a large population of young people who want to learn, and they have what it takes to learn. So what else than to help them with the skills and opportunities to do so? So we've been here in the past with Mr. Ama, who works in some of the colleges in the US, to talk about the opportunities in the US. Of course, the US is one of the biggest economy. We've spoken about opportunities in Germany. We've spoken about opportunities in the Scandinavian countries. I did a video and spoke about Denmark, Finland, Norway, and the opportunities to study there. Today, we're looking at the last interview we did, the last couple of interviews we've done on US schools. Some people have already gained admission. We have the admission letters. So we have good news today. And some have been issued with their I-20, which is the letter usually you would take to the embassies for your student visa interviews. A couple of weeks ago, I did an interview with the Director of International Admissions at George Mason University, Mr. Brian Bennison, and he spoke about what students can do to get on top of their visa interviews for their student visas. So you can go back to YouTube. The video is there and watch it. Very, very, very good information, because he's worked as a consular officer. Now he works as international admissions officer. Very good information. How you should dress, how you should answer your questions, how you should even, make eye contact and all that. So that's very good resource. So today, Mr. Ama is back. We'll be sharing. Fortunately, we have some of the students who have been issued with their I-20. I'll be telling you about, if you stay with us, I'll be telling you about international funding opportunities for international students. So if you get admission and you don't have scholarship, there are international organizations that give funding to international students, specifically to international students. I'll tell you, and then I'll show you the link where you can access all these people, so that you can also take advantage of these opportunities like Osagyefo did, and then come back with the knowledge and build Ghana. Mr. Ama, welcome.
Thank you very much, Madam.
Great.
It's nice to be back. It's fulfilling, let me say, because after our first interview, we had a lot of influx of students wanting to pursue study abroad options, and we had to sift through over 2,000 requests, and we were able to get on the ground moving. And even though there's a lot of applicants that still going through the process to gain the admission and I-20, we have these who have been successful doing that.
I'm happy that we have at least some students have gotten the admission. So far, how many students have they have gotten admission and have I-20s issued to them?
I can count 10 till last night. The 10th one came in last night.
Wow.
And we have about 8 more that should next week, because the deadline for summer is April 15th. So they are rushing to send out their I-20s and admission. So yes,
that's good news.
So far, no one has been refused, as we said. Everybody who comes in, we look at their documents, make sure that everything is pristine, and then we send it out. And like we promised, we would assist you to get that. We would assist you.
So it's good news that nobody has been refused. So basically, what you do, you are pre-qualifying them. You take them through all the things you need to know. You're doing all the homework for them. So
correct, everything.
And that's why you have
so
this
the
high
moment,
rate.
Yes,
Students who are getting
submitted, admission. Guaranteed, we know that you're going to get your I-20 and admission. So we go through all the process before we actually submit it to the school.
Okay, so in the moment, I'll be talking to some of the students who are already online, who've gotten admission, those who have already got their I-20s, and you can see the excitement on their faces already. But can you tell us, like, typically, what are maybe the deficiencies that you correct with those so far, those who have approached you that they want admissions and you have helped them? What do you actually help them with? Is it the personal statement, the application form?
Correct. So the application form, how to answer the questions, sometimes guiding them. I don't know what it is, but maybe I think it's not being used to the process. You see a bit of not paying too close attention to detail.
Okay.
You forget this is information that is going to be kept by the U.S. immigration. So they you cannot have one thing on your, like omitting your last name in an application, even though it's so we make sure that name matches, date of birth matches, expiration date. We look at all of that because that can be an issue. And then educational goals, because they're going to use that educational goals to decide whether they require you for a TOEFL certificate or not.
Okay.
So if your educational goals doesn't convince the person who's going to make the decision, now they ask you to bring TOEFL. So we guide with that as well. And then the bank statement. Sometimes you receive a bank statement and you can clearly see that there's something wrong here because it doesn't match up. You go through, you want to see the smooth flow, but you don't get that. So we have to go back and say, hey, is this thing genuine? If it's not genuine, give us a genuine one. Forget about how much you have in there. We just need it to be genuine. Part of our service is that we can co-sponsor you. So let's say you only have $10,000 in your account in CDs equivalent, and they want 30,000. Don't forge it and make it 30,000. Give us the 10,000. We would come in as co-sponsors and make up the 20,000 and then send it to the school.
So you will give the students another level of sponsorship.
Correct.
Oh wow.
So most don't understand that. So they try to do the 30,000. It's like, no, even if it's 200 CDs, it's okay. Give us a genuine bank statement. And then when we are submitting it, we would write a letter, attach our bank statement to make up the difference.
Oh, that's very interesting. That's the first time I've heard you actually give the students additional sponsorship, additional like letter of support for funding.
Correct.
So they don't have to be bothered if they have just 100 Ghana cedis in their account, or their mother is a charcoal seller or contomera seller. They don't have to be. You do that additional for them.
That is correct.
Wow. Wow.
So it's part of our services. That's what you're paying for. Give me what you have, and then we'll guarantee you get the admission and then the I-20. And that is how we do it. So we actually have a bank statement at the college. So let's say you come, we look at it and say, okay, this person will need our support. So when we send it in with our letter and then our signed sponsor. Say, okay, we're sponsoring this person for, let's say, 19,000, because that is how much they need to make the requirements for admission. And then we do that. Some people come in with bank statements, genuine one, with that money. So we don't have to do that. But those who don't, that is how we also help them.
I think you should repeat that again, because consistently the feedback I get from people, I can't afford it, I don't have money, I really want to study, especially those who want to target the new areas like AI. I've heard people, recently, even Ghana government has launched this program where I think one student, one tablet or something like that. I think the idea is to push the youth towards studying in the technology areas. So you see a lot of young people who are interested in AI, IT and related areas, but they don't have the money. So I want you to repeat that your school will fund it, will show you will give you additional letter of funding.
Correct. Yeah. So our organization, not a school. But
Okay.
our organization, when you apply through us, what we do is we look if you need assistance with gaining admission, that is financially, because you're supposed to show about $30,000 in your bank account. That would tell the school that you can afford to study in that school. So what we do is that part of our service is that, okay, Vim Lady is interested. Vim Lady has everything, but doesn't have a bank statement that is showing the $30,000. She just has 5,000 cedis. Not a problem. You come to us, we look at that, and then what we do is that we become co-sponsors to your primary sponsor. Let's say your mother is your primary sponsor or your uncle, and you only have 5,000 cedis. What we do is we write a letter, and then we support that letter with our bank statement showing that we have that 30,000 in our account and we are co-sponsoring you. So you will notice that on your, when you receive the I-20, it tells that, okay, there are two sponsors. One is a family member. This is the amount that they are sponsoring. And then there is a co-sponsor, which is us. This is the amount that we are also sponsoring.
Okay, that's very interesting. So apart from the funding support that you give them, you help them to fill out the application, and what else? Do you help them with the personal? Do you write this personal statement for them? Do you even select the programs? Because I think that's also another area where students struggle. That do maybe this or do that, do that.
Correct. So yes, we do write the educational goals. We do sit down with you, ask you, talk to you about it, get where you're going, you know, and then we capture what you've told us, and then we write the educational goals for you. We send it to you. You go through. You would approve it, and then we will send that out to the school. Okay. I forgot the other question that you asked.
I was asking whether you select the courses for them and whether you help them to write there.
Correct.
Because the courses selection is somebody has done maybe an undergrad in something, or maybe they just finished SHS and they are struggling with what do I do, you know? And I've heard people say that, for instance, when we were in school, the idea was, select a course that you're more comfortable with. But now I hear more of experts and people in the labor market say, no, study the labor market. Which areas are companies employing people? Which skills are most sought after? I'm telling you, if I knew this when I was growing up, I'm sure I would have done something different. Yeah, a lot of young people don't have access to that information. So they say, oh, I want to be on TV. The question is being on TV the most sought after skill? Is being a doctor the most sought after skill? So like in the US, you have these states where you can actually tell this in this area, these are the most sought after skills. These are the most sought after employee, nurses, doctors, you know, pharmacists, that. We don't have too much. So how do you help the students to look for programs that will give them the skills that are most sought after, so that immediately they can gain some employment and get into the system?
Correct. We get that a lot. Like almost everybody asks us, what should I study? And then we're like, okay, not a problem. What do you have a fancy for? You know, what do you gravitate to? And then they tell you, and then we say, okay, that is fine. But what you told me is not going to fetch you any substantial money. You know, it's you're going to really struggle. So now let's go with what is hot on the market. When we look at 10 years down the road, what is going to make you the most money? And then that is where we actually select, you know, the STEM programs, you know, with nursing, you know, aviation. You know. And when they come in, we also have a lot of people who already have their bachelor's or they have a diploma already. So what we do is that we combine it. You know, we say, okay, you've done aviation, you know, so you want to be a pilot. But there are other job opportunities when it comes to aviation. Why don't you combine your aviation with cybersecurity? So now you can work in that aviation space. You don't have to fly a plane. You can sit at home, and then with your aviation knowledge, with your knowledge of flying a plane, you can merge it with cybersecurity. Now you're making the airplane or the airspace more secure. You know? that is going to be hard cake. So what we also do is we merge what you've already done in the past or what you haven't done, and then we write your educational goals so that when the person who is going to say, okay, you are admitted, reads it, they're seeing a picture. As in, this is where this person is, and this is where this person is trying to go. So we do help with that as well.
Okay, I'll bring in Alex, but I like that you do a lot because it's very, very important. Like I'm saying that when we were growing up, if we knew this, I don't think that we would have struggled later on the way we did. And it's very, very important that you let people know. So can you take us again through, before I bring in Alex, who has gotten admission and gotten his I-20, can you let us know it again? Like the areas, the professions that are really sought after. You know, it was just recently that I realized that in the US, after 9/11, jobs like carpentry, plumbing, mason, they call it building technology and all that, they are really sought after. And these are programs we don't even regard in Ghana. Even IT, a lot of people don't even see the value. They think just being on social media is IT. So can you take us through? I think you did it last time. Can you take us through again? Like, if you really want to have a future that is very formidable, which areas are the most sought after areas where employers are employing in the global space?
Correct. So we have the cybersecurity, or the IT as a whole, anything under IT, engineering, networking, AI, cloud, anything under IT is hard cake now. It doesn't always have to be cyber, cloud computing, networking, electricals, electronics, hard cake. Now, those hands-on, like your plumbing, construction, hotel management, where you say the person is a caterer. No, they make, I know somebody who, a friend of mine lives here, works here. She does donuts. She makes $450,000 last year. That's how
making donuts.
Donuts. 400.
Why does she have suppliers? She supplies to.
Right. Yes. It's the stores, the supermarkets. That's what she does. 450,000.
Is she a Ghanaian?
She made more than me, and she didn't even go to college.
450,000 a year making donuts.
Making donuts, just supplying it, packaging it. In the morning, she doesn't work the whole day. She works from morning till noon, and then she's closed. Making donuts.
Wow. These are the things we don't even pay attention to in Ghana.
Yeah, culinary arts. That's what she did. And so we all want to be doctors and engineers, and the world has moved to a space that it's changing.
It's changing.
It's changing. And even some of us are thinking, okay, let me go back to community college and do 2 years of this course, and then I'll be more diversified. I can do this, do that, and do that. Like Alex, who's coming up, he's going to do on his I-20, he's going to do recycling technology, waste management.
Okay.
So imagine this person, 2 years, coming back to Ghana, all the waste that we have, all the bola and the thing, they're going to train him to actually take it and do something with it.
And he will be the next Zoomlion, making big,
correct.
Big money out there, because like you're saying, bola, refuse collection and management is a huge industry. Yes. And we all sat down until we saw Zoomlion turning bola into gold mine.
Correct. Yes.
So
his course was plumbing. That's what we went for. He wants to be a plumber. But within that, you see, what I like here is that they don't just train you to be a plumber. They look at the whole thing. Okay, plumbing, wastewater management. So they combine all that and then they teach you. So your plumbing, you're still doing your waste management, you're doing recycle. So 3 in 1.
Wow.
Here and in Ghana, he's going to make a lot of money. If he decides to stay with that associate's degree, he's going to make a lot of money. So that is how we are actually helping people, not only helping them get admissions, but a career, having a plan and how to execute it.
Well, I'm excited for Alex because I know this garbage. Here they call them garbage truck drivers. One of the guys I met, and I was asking him about the income he made last year, and he was telling me he made 370,000. I was like, God, people don't even make that, but that is how much he was making. So, Alex, let me welcome you. Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm doing good, madam.
Good. Can you share your experience with us? How you finally got your admission and your I-20 letter?
First, Vim lady, I'll give I'll appreciate your effort, everything, because through your interview, I got to know Mr. Anine, and he also a very kind person during the process and everything. Very patient man. I like how he does his work. Okay. Madam Afia, if I'm average person in Ghana. I live in my own house, have my car, have everything. But our system, the youth of Ghanaians, we have this problem. You always focus on the education you're having in Ghana. I did statistics in Ghana, but I've not been working with that course in Ghana before. All I did is like middleman. I also humble to some of the big men in town. And one thing I've gained recognition in Ghana and Sunyani is I'm a very trusted person. I'm a part of.
So you live in Sunyani, that's where you are?
Yes. And Sunyani, 90% of the population know me because they know Alex, and through that, I've gained more success in life. And I've been even travel for holidays, 1 or 2 countries. And Madam Afia, my advice to the youth in Ghana is, Yenjai say, can't say aban bi me adwuma bia me tie program pa yenjai say aban bi me adwuma can't say aban bi me adwuma no we are corner na wo obetimi create kakra bi a obetimi aya a ebe ma onya successful life. I've been working with Guinness Ghana before. I was a promoter during the camp
2008
and the World Cup 2006 World Cup in Germany. I was just a promoter. And I don't know that the big men in Guinness always come and supervise the work. Without my notice, I don't know. And Madam Afia, me coach my me coach Jubilee House. My dressing kama kitami normal until this. I was not having a degree. They admitted me in that time. Can it with my salary 1,800 cedis without any qualification. So through there, my boss Salasi advised me to Alex. This job, you can't do it forever. Further education, maybe you can be boss in future. So I pursued my degree in Sunyani, University of Energy and Natural Resource.
So that's where you did the statistics?
Yes.
So this one, what did you apply for? The one that you have gained admission?
First, I did a research and I wanted to do a plumbing. And Mr. Anna advised me that with only plumbing, it will not guarantee me to get the admission or the visa. So he coached me to let's do this, the waste management and recycling. I said, okay. And I also he gave me time to go through myself, and I go through myself as I contact him back. I'm okay, I'm ready to do it. And Madam, let's give thanks to Mr. Anna, very, very supportive man. I can even contact him early morning in Ghana and he will be attend to me. And I appreciate that. And with the process, he's the person, I like one thing about him. He will not take all the job or the process to do. He will let you go through some of, so that in case of the interview, you can get to know 1 or 2. And I really appreciate with that effort he's giving.
That's very necessary because a lot of people get admission, go to the embassy and they get stuck. Because that's why you have to go through the process and understand. So that when you get there, they ask you some questions. That's why I was talking about the video I did with the George Mason, head of international admissions. He said the same thing, that when you go back and watch that interview too for your thing, your visa interview, because he gave some very good tips.
I have noted down
for students. The eye contact, how you even dress, when they're asking you the questions, how you respond to the questions and all that is very good. But me, I'm more excited for you because sometimes people in Accra are the ones who get almost all the opportunities. So coming from Sunyani, I'm very happy that you are coming all the way from Sunyani and you have gotten this opportunity. Have you seen your I-20 letter? The one that you will take
Yes.
to the embassy. Have you seen it?
Yes, please. And I have did my visa payment, and I've did all the payments, left with booking.
Also, you have
dates.
a date for the interview. Have you gotten a date for the visa interview?
Not yet. We did the payment. Mr. Anan did the payment yesterday, and we have 48 hours before we can book the date for the interview. So maybe it will go on Monday or Tuesday.
Okay. So okay, go ahead. Finish your point.
This is question to many of us who are ready to do this application. I want to ask Mr. Anan. He was talking about they will guarantee the sponsor about the bank statement issue. And I've gone to some of the videos online. They will ask who is maybe Casa Talk or Mr. Anan to ask for sponsoring us. That's not my basic problem now. How will I answer that question? They ask me, okay, Alex, we have this money in our account, but somebody is sponsoring. Who is that person? Why are they sponsoring you? I think you have to brief us more about that part so that we can know how to.
Okay, Mr. Amar, can you explain? He says that he's very grateful. He's going to study recycling and all that. He's very excited about it. Sunyani, I think Sunyani is one of the cities in Ghana that we applaud for neat environment. But yeah, there's more that he can do if he sets up a company like a Zoom Lion Sunyani, Sunyani Zoom or something like that, and he's managing the entire Sunyani. I think that he has his whole world cut out for him. But this is his question, that when he goes for the visa interview and they ask him about why is this organization sponsoring your students, your studies abroad, how should he answer a typical question like that?
Right. So, like he said, he paid for his service fee yesterday. We went to go pay for him. So the next step after that is actually to go through the interview process where we coach our applicants how to answer questions that may come. And like he so rightly said, he is his personal sponsor, and then we came in to sponsor the rest. So we'll coach him in how to answer those questions, how we fit into his picture. So we are more like the Empower, where we're giving students assistance to be able to study here. So we'll coach him from Monday going after we have his interview date.
Okay. So Alex, have you heard? He said they will do one-on-one. So this is not like somebody's higher plan. They will do one-on-one coaching with you in line with the personal. You know, visa interviews are very personal. So the question they will ask you, they probably won't ask another person. So the one-on-one coaching is very good. The video I said you guys should go and watch is a general overview of the typical questions they will ask.
What was the topic?
One is very good.
The video. What was the topic? The topic of that video.
I think it's George Mason. So this is George Mason is one of the universities in America. So they are director of international admissions. I spoke to him and he was talking about some of the basic things that students who want to attend their school. But then he gave the visa tips was for every international student. They were very excited about Ghanaians and Nigerian and Gambian, Sierra Leonean students, but particularly about Ghanaian students, because they said a lot of Ghanaian students who come there actually do well. They do very well. So America really likes Ghanaian students. So you can watch that one. But Mr. Amai is saying that they will do a one-on-one session. You know, maybe they will talk about the last time you finished university. Why have you waited this long to continue again? Maybe why are you sponsoring yourself? What do you want to do? Like the recycling thing you're talking about. You want to come back and build a Sunyani. You want to elevate the sanitation in Sunyani, give a long-lasting recycling or, like sanitation solution to the city to continue being the cleanest city in Ghana. So I'm like, those are the ones that he says they will take you through. So I don't know if you have your I-20 and if you could read your I-20 to us. The letter the school has given you. Do you have it?
Yep, I have it.
Let me
okay, Mr. Amma wants to share it, so he will put it on the screen. We've taken your name out so that people will see that actually you have gotten the admission to an American school. It's not just talking, but you have actually gained admission.
So Mr.
Amma, I think you have it. This is it. This is the letter.
Yes, so this is Mr. Alexis,
Yeah.
and this is his
Oh,
I-20 here.
okay.
And
Yeah.
And this is
which
for the student visa is the F1 visa, right?
correct.
Yeah.
That's the F1 classification here. And then if you look down here, that is his major right here. This is what he's going to be doing.
Okay.
The water quality and wastewater treatment management and
Okay.
recycling technology.
Okay.
So
Nti ono beko
even
akosua say dey recycle nsuo na galamsey. When they
Yeah.
good man o come na busa oga e was say we dey fa galamsey won say dey galamsey say nsuo no nti
correct.
okosua we ba.
Yes.
And also
Yeah.
degree more money so ukosua we ba o target nsuo na assess no be ye ni ye. That's a very good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah. So yes, and this is the funding that he was talking about. He's funding. This is personal funding, and then we are funding the rest, like I explained. So yeah, he June 3rd, and he finishes May 2, 2027, 2024. So it's 2
And the
years.
school
11
again,
months.
is it the same university? Which college again? Which school?
CSN,
Oh,
College of Southern Nevada,
Okay,
right here.
so College of Southern Nevada. Okay, well, Nevada too is that Las Vegas. That's the Sin
Las
City of
Vegas.
America. So
Right,
if you go
so-
there, you have to check yourself. Yes, I want you. You have to shift between the two and focus on.
correct.
Because Las Vegas is the real deal in America. It's the real deal.
Yeah.
It's like the red light of Amsterdam or
Correct.
you know, or Germany or Belgium. You know, that's it. So I'm very, very happy for you. So, Ms. Amato, when they get the I-20, the letter for the visa interview, what do they do after here? What should they do?
So when they get the I-20, now we start the visa application where we fill out the DS-160, and then they go and pay for the visa fee at the bank, GT Bank, and then they come in, and then we pay for the CVIS. Then you come and book your appointment. Right now, the appointments are all the way to 2025, but you have the option of the expedited
Emergency, yes.
expedited visa, which we are going to entertain. And then we get an interview date, and then we start the prep for the interview, where we actually have 2 people who used to be visa interviewers for the U.S. Embassy. So you would have the opportunity to actually do a mock interview with them. The first interview, we don't train you. We just leave you like that, just to get a shock, you know. So you come and the person is questioning you just to see how you would fare under pressure, you know. And then we start the coaching. You know, so
I'm very interested in that. So you have experienced visa officers who are retired now, who are helping to coach your students.
Correct.
Wow. Oh, that's
so
good.
We'll do the interview. I'll log in. I'm sitting next to them, and then they will start the interview. And then I'm taking notes. You know, where maybe eye contact, where you did not answer well. And this is before we even start the training. I just want you to have a feel of what it's going to look like.
Okay.
So that when we start the training, you take it serious, because it's not a walk in the park. You have to be able to convince the person that I'm going to go steady and I'm going to return. So that's our process.
Okay, that's a very good one there. So I want us
the CVIS fee. A lot of people have issues. People getting scammed. You send money to somebody, they don't pay a whole lot of stuff. So we take care of that for you as well. You can actually deposit the fee into our bank account in Ghana, and then we make the payment here for you.
Okay.
And then
you send the receipt to them to show that it's been paid on their behalf.
Actually, the moment you pay, they receive an email from Western Union that it has been paid, and then you can just
Mr. Alex, have you seen that email that shows that it has been paid in your name?
Yes, even after the payment, I contact Mr. Annan first that I have received this email and say, yeah, that's
correct.
Okay. So that's good. It means Mr. Ama is a man of his word. He's a man of his word. Okay. So who else is ready to join us? By the way, I've just added the link to Empower too. It's in the comment section. Those who also don't have funding, who want to look for international other funding sources, there's Empower. I've just put their link there. You can also Google them and see if you qualify. You can apply to Empower to our add A2B. These are all international funding organizations, because I think you can always put all the pressure on Mr. Ama. So if you get admission, you have other funding sources too. You can also look at those international funding sources. So these people are also dedicated to giving funding to international students, and that's why they formed all these financing organizations to support international students, because they know the difficulty. Studying abroad is slightly expensive and it's difficult, but it's worth it, because once you finish, the job you get, you see is worth it. Even the fact that you have had an education abroad changes your whole outlook on life, because you have so many people who are converging in America, in Europe, and all that studying. And the Chinese people have built China because of this strategy. They send people to America and Europe, Australia, and other places to study, come back, and that's how China built the economy. And that's what Ghana we are also trying to do, to study, build the capacity of our young people and take it from there, because they are the people who can change Ghana. So let me know if you also have questions that you can also let us answer for you. Zainab, you wanted to join us. Your camera is off. Kenneth, your camera is off. Let me know, any of you. You can put on your camera, but maybe if you don't want to show your face, it's fine. You don't have to show your face. Just show that you also have benefited from the admission, or you've gotten admission, you've gotten your I-20 to apply for your visa interview. Yeah, I'll hear for Sister Fia, please. Mr. Ama, let him give us details of his agency. Mr. Ama, give us details of your agency, which is CASA Tours, what you do in America, what you do in Ghana, because I know you teach in school in America, but your tour, the education support company is also in Ghana. Explain to them.
Yeah, so with CASA Talk, what we do is we help people who want to study abroad. We help with their transition. We know it's, I won't say difficult, but sometimes it's scary because of the unknown. You don't know what to expect. So what we do is we take out that, scariness or that frustration that people have when filling out these study abroad applications. So we do that for you. What we do is we provide a platform to have your transition from moving from Ghana to the US to study very smooth. We recruit for the College of Southern Nevada, which is here in Las Vegas. It's a college, a state college, which offers 2 years associates. After the 2 years, you can transfer to another 2-year university to get your bachelor's, if that is what you want.
Sure.
We are based here in the US. Our company is based here in the US, even though we operate in Ghana. Most of our clients are coming from Ghana. And we do support as well with financial statements, or getting you ready or making you ready to be able to actually apply to the schools. We also have another service where, let's say you've already gained admission to a school, not the school that we recruit for, and they need to show funding, or you need to show funding before they release your I-20. We provide that service as well. What we've done is that we've partnered with companies here in the US owned by Ghanaians who would actually help sponsor Ghanaian relatives and friends who want to also have the experience that we've all had to come and study in the US. So that's what we do. We'll put our number up, WhatsApp number up later. So
please do that, because somebody has been harassing me for the number so that he can call you or maybe text you or WhatsApp you, and so that they can benefit from it. So send us your questions. There's a gentleman who said that you people are talking as if when you get admission, it's all finished. That nobody is saying that. I mean, even Ghana's own funded scholarship secretariat, people are doing, ways and means over there. So If somebody is sitting in America and they say that they will help you, it's a matter of whether you take it or leave it. At least you can try. You understand? Nobody is forcing any opportunity on anybody. I think the worst thing would have been that we know that these are opportunities abroad and nobody's telling you. And wicked. But if somebody has traveled and they've seen that, hey, Charlie, this man, he teaches in a school in America. And he's saying that, oh, these are the opportunities for other people to study. In fact, that is how he got to America. He went to study in America. He got recruited by a company in America, stayed there, and he's been in America for almost 20 years. 20 years. So if the person said that when I came, I've seen that these are all opportunities Chinese students are using, Indians are using, and Indians are almost taking over America, California. There's a place called Silicon Valley where all the IT companies are. So if the person is showing you, the person is showing that these are the ways you can, you don't even need to use him. You can do it on your own if you like. One can so don't worry. This one, the man, he's even busy. Every day I text him. The man is working. He's not always able to get back to me, you know. So King Felix says,
Go
on, Mr.
That's the problem. People have an attitude that when I go, they won't give me the visa, so they don't even try. I would rather go and get denied than not try. Because if I had that mindset 20-something years ago, I wouldn't be sitting here today. But I took that leap of faith and I went to give myself a chance. It's myself. So if you don't want to do that, that's up to the person. There are some who want to try it. Let them try it. We'll hear their stories.
And it's amazing. I've seen so many Ghanaians who have done it. Like somebody tried once, they got denied. They tried again and they got it. Somebody tried once and they got it. So it's Denzel Washington who said that at least trying is part of the journey. If you don't try at all and you are sitting down in Ghana, then wait till you gain, like we say in Ghana, wait till you gain. At least try it. If you try it and you don't even get it, you get experience. So the next time you go, you know how to comport it. You know that, oh, this one, I see him before, so this one I know be nothing. You see, you can do it. But if you don't try it at all, then, you know, you have to try it. There's no harm in trying. People have tried it. They've not even used Ms. Ama. You don't have to use him. If you want to do this on your own, you can do. I've done videos where I'm showing people community colleges. You can apply on your own. This school, you can apply, you can apply, you can apply. Me, I have nieces and nephews in community colleges. You can do it on your own if you don't want to use them. It's okay. You can do it. But just don't sit there and say you won't try. Osagyefo, even those days when we say it's Bejimibre, Osagyefo tried, went to study in abroad. So what is your excuse? In this day and age where there's technology, there's computer. Imagine in Osagyefo's days, in the 1920s and 40s, there was no computer. Even if you type, you go and do the Etikopor typewriter, then you switch, then you switch. Even he did it. And he got admission to study in America, which is how he met Du Bois and those people and came to fight for independence. So don't sit down and say you will not try. Try. Perhaps that is where God will change your destiny. You never know. Legacy Praise sent a message. Said, hi, miss. I'm guessing, and I want to know if I can work off campus as an undergrad student in a community college. Yeah, actually, yesterday, there was an earthquake 4.7 in the tri-state in New Jersey, New York, and Connecticut. So my nephew is in Connecticut, and I called him and I was trying to check on him. He's in community college. He works on campus. So I was saying, I'll post his picture, then you see him. He works on campus. So he's in community college and he works in one of the student offices on campus. So you can do it, but you work only 20 hours a week. Am I correct?
Yeah, during the semester, 20 hours a week. When the semester is off, like in the summer, you can do 40 hours.
So even in the school in Connecticut pays them, the community college student, they pay them, they give them allowance to study. And he was telling me yesterday, I was like, wow, your school. He says, yeah, they pay him an allowance to study, you know. So there's another question from this gentleman, Bim. He says, good morning, I'm from New Jersey. Good program. I'm here to learn too. So any opportunity to learn, I'm very grateful. Thank you, John Bim. Erasmus has a message. Say, are you involved? Okay, I don't know what he's saying. Francis, if you want to speak, Ejewa, all of you can turn on your camera, but you may not show your face. Like Alex is bold, he wants to show his face that look, I'm in this, and I want to speak to it. So Alex, you've done well. You know, Ghana people believe in African electronics, so even when there's an opportunity, I don't want them to see me. Oh, Timothy says, watching live from Hohoi in the water region. Timothy, thank you. But let's know whether you have a question. Then maybe we can answer your question for you. For Wisdom, he says, this is best online show of the year. For Wisdom, I told you that the George Mason people are looking for you. They have you are interested in law, so they have legal programs that you can study over there. Emmanuel Anane is in Kumasi. And he says he's watching from Kumasi. Manuel, thank you so much. Let's know if you also want this opportunity, like all these 10 students have benefited. Kim Felix says, good afternoon. Is there an opportunity to apply? Yes. Ms. Amma, would you probably want to take him through the process? Yeah, is this only limited to community colleges, or people can do maybe a graduate admission like masters and all that?
Correct. So with that, usually Casa Talk will not be able to help you gain admissions at other colleges or universities. Where we can help is financially. If you do need to show a statement, maybe at MIT. No, not MIT. Our statement will cover MIT. It's too expensive. Okay. But let's say any Ivy League school, and you need to show statement of sponsor so that they'll issue I-20. Yes, we can help. But with CSN, it's only for associate degrees.
Okay. So these are all for associate degrees. So he says they won't be able to help you with those big schools. But if you want, and that's what I always say, the big schools, their school fees it's a lot. The tuition is a lot of money. So what here you do embassy on, they will ask you for proof of funds. So target the community colleges.
Yep.
Some of them, their fees are manageable. So if you add all the other charges, at least that one you can show proof of funds. And if you can't show it, Mr. Amaya and his company, Casa Talks, they will be able to add their letter to it that we will take the extra funding for this person. Okay, so look at that too. Zainab sent a message, say, if I've gotten my admission and my I-20 letter. Zainab also confirms that she's also gotten the letter.
She's doing nursing. She's
doing nursing.
Correct.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's also one of the most sought after jobs, right?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. So Zainab, congratulations on getting the admission to study nursing. There's another one. Mami Efia Phoebe wants to know the name of your office, your company.
Okay, it's Casa Talk, like Casa Casa Talk.
Okay. So it's Casa, Kasa, and Talk, TALK. So it's Casa Talk. So if you go online, you see them. That's how they are helping students. Okay, so it says, Rose, I just joined. Can you elaborate on the topic? Rose, we are looking at opportunities, how you can study abroad with ease without any stress. That's why Mr. Amaya is there to help. Howard says, what about those who want to work and get money to complete their education? I don't think that is. Mr. Amaya, do you do that? No. So they are all for students. So if you want to work, not here. They don't help workers. They are helping only students. If you want to study, but if I were you and I want to be very smart, if I were you and I want to be smart, education doesn't have age. So whether you are old or young, you see people are old going to community colleges. School what course is something that you're interested or something that you can relate to. Use it to study. Now, school now skills. Now, when you're be or your bolaka or $370,000 a year. Now they are found. Edumaboni be anywhere say. Who pay school now? When you Eduma say no. Many will not even be asking about job because the job no crack or embassy or mon cram out. You know how they work there. They don't want anybody to be a burden. For school. and there you get the opportunity. Nuhu says, Dankwa Richard, please don't DM anybody. He can't get you a visa. Yeah, we don't work on visas here. This program is not for visa, it's for admission. Visa, no, you will go for the visa interview yourself. If you don't answer the question well, that is on you. Okay? And even Joe Biden cannot assure you of a visa. That's what a lot of people don't get. We cannot come and sit here and tell you that you're a visa. We won't even do it. Joe Biden cannot even get you a visa. Mayor cannot get you a visa. What they can do is to give you a letter that you will take for your visa interview. And if you get your visa interview, it's up to you and your God to answer the questions meticulously. Persuade the consular officer that you are worth it and you give it to you. And the fact that you don't even pass the visa interview, it doesn't mean the end of the world. It's an experience that probably will help you for your next visa interview. There are so many people who have gone for visa interview once, twice, and they've gotten it. So don't make this issue about visa. Ghana for no, like Alex Nekan asked him, yeah, the visa did it. Everybody visa, like, you know. Even if you don't get it, it's an experience for a better day. So be when you visa, try once, twice, if you a third time, no, don't make it look like, and I am more visa, yeah, visa. Na more American number, or more on common visa. Huh? So take the experience, the amount of guidance you went here. And I mean, you're lots of obedience. Owusu Jewa Doka says, please, in the USA, between a private and public university, which one is good for international students considering the acceptance ratings and funding? Mr. Ama, between a private university and a public university, which one would you advise?
The public ones. My experience with the private ones is that they are the ones who want you to pay your fees upfront before you come in, because they are private institutions. You know, if you get your visa, you come and then you don't attend, you know, they are losing money. So with the private institutions, their process is quite stringent. With the public or with the state, yes, they have a lot of options for you, scholarship wise, funding wise. So I would stick to the public. I get a lot of people who reach out to me with admissions from private colleges here. Yes. And the moment I see what they are requiring before they issue the I-20, I could tell that, oh, there's a private one. Because they don't want to put their neck on the chopping board for you, and then you don't show up, you know. But with the public or the state ones, yes, they've got funding from the state, so you know they're in a better shape.
So also Jewa Dokas, that's your answer right there. Don't target the private universities; they are very expensive. Target the public schools. The U.S. government gives them money. Some of them are funded by the state, so some of them even have internal scholarships you can apply. Okay. Correct. Last time when for instance, Weber State College is in Utah. We've brought Elizabeth here to explain about their school. It's a Mormon state. That state is rich, so they have huge funding opportunities for international students. University of Utah, there are a lot of Ghanaians and Nigerians there doing PhD and graduate studies. There's a lot of funding there. So target the public schools. Don't target private schools. I mean, even in Ghana, private universities are expensive. Central University is expensive, okay? Because they don't get any support from government. But if you go to Legon Tech, it's not that expensive. At least that one, your mother and your father can manage more. So target, the same thing goes abroad. Target the public schools. So that if the tuition is maybe 24,000 and you get half 50% scholarship, then you have at least the half. Mr. Amaya and his people can give you a letter to say we'll help you to pay for the other half. And then when you go to school and you are working 20 hours a week, you can save small, and then you can start paying for it after school, okay? And the funding, you don't pay for it until after school. Mr. Amaya, is that not the case? Do you pay for it whilst you're in school?
No, you don't pay for it whilst you're in school, correct? You don't pay. And some people don't even need it. Most people that we've helped showing a bank statement, when they come and they start working on campus, they don't even need us to come in and intervene, you know, because you're not paying the $30,000 a year upfront. You're not, you know. Let's say you pay $4,000 for your tuition for that semester. which people can afford. You can work on campus and pay for that.
And I know how resilient Ghanaians are. They will pay for it before you know it. Ghanaians are always, you know. Eric, she says, I'm very interested. You have a link I can contact you, Mr. Amaso. Maybe you share a link, or maybe you send the link to me, or you post the link so that people can contact you, and then your number as well.
You made a mention about Weber State College, with Madam Elizabeth.
Yeah.
So people who contact us and they want to do maybe masters, or they want to do the straight bachelors, I usually send them to her. You know, so anybody who comes my way and I cannot assist, they don't want to do the associates, I send them to her. The issue is, yes, people are not patient, because you have to email her. She's not on WhatsApp that you just WhatsApp her like we operate. So when you send Madam Elizabeth Hammond an email, be patient. She's going to respond.
And she just had a baby too, so she's on maternity leave. So I don't know why.
Yeah. So some people call us like, she's not responding. I'm like,
she's not responding because she's on break. So she'll be back soon, and she'll reply all your emails. She's on break. I'll get her to reply your emails. Maybe we'll give her a month or two. Let her, you know. I think that sometimes we Ghanaian students are very entitled. We feel like when we send you, like giving me I've sent you a message. You are not replying. That's not my job. Mr. Ahmad, that is his job. That's what he does. He helps us. Me, that's not my job. That's not my job. My job is not to help you. My job is just, if I see that, somebody has an opportunity that he can help you, is to introduce the person so that you guys can see him and contact the person, you know. So Nuhu Boating has a bandana. I think your name is Nuhu Bandana. It says, getting admission in the US is really easy, but getting the visa is the problem. Well, that is why you have to study to pass the visa interview. Again, we don't give visas. But if you study the questions very well, you can pass. All right, you can pass it. Okay, so Kweku says, what is the name of the company the man is speaking about? Casatos. But in the US, he works with a school in the US.
Casatalk. Yes.
Casatalk. But
we'll put our number online, and then you can.
Yeah, please put the number online.
On WhatsApp.
So that Alex, somebody wants me to ask you, are you going to do undergrad, associate degree, or you are going to do the recycling graduate level? Which level are you going to do it? Alex, we are not hearing. Okay, I think your mic was off. Why is your mic? Okay, your mic is on now. Alex, please go ahead.
No, it's associate, not bachelor. It's associate degree.
Okay.
So a diploma.
So Alex says he's going to do an associate degree, and I can tell you, those in the US who do associate degrees, they are making very. Now in the US, you know why they are targeting international students? Because the Americans themselves are not going to school anymore. Because usually people take loans to go to school. Unlike Ghana, where people pay the tuition. In America, people take loans to go to school, and they've seen that they are incurring a lot of debt. And yet when they come out, they are not getting easy jobs. Even in the US, so this is what they are saying. So people are opting for the associate degrees in the community colleges, where the courses are more hands-on and skill-based, because there's ready market for most of them in the community colleges. That's the trick in the US. And that's why for me, my nephew, I was telling you, he's in a community college. Yes, smart. Yes, you who say opportunity as a community college. He said, Jimmy, school. Yes, community college. And they are going to community college. You know, you look for an option
like Madam Elizabeth was saying the last time, Ghanaians haven't caught on to the community college associates, option, because people coming from South America, North America, they don't even want the bachelor's. Give me an associate's, 2 years, hands-on. When I'm done, I get OPT. If it's STEM, 3 years working experience, getting paid. So why don't you do that?
Again, another person joined us, Fred. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, madam.
How are you?
I'm doing good, and you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. We're all doing well too. So where are you
We
calling
thank
from?
God. I'm in Ghana now.
Where? Which
On
area?
Zenith, I'm on Zenith campus, Labadi.
Oh, Zenith
I'm
campus. Okay. So did you also get your I-20 letter for your visa interview?
Oh, it was as smart as more than the word smart, fast.
Mm.
Yes.
And what program did you apply for?
Come again.
What program did you apply for? What program did you apply for?
The network is bad. Please let me reposition myself.
No, you're okay. You're okay. Where you are, you're okay. We can see you. We can hear you. I was asking what course did you apply for? What course?
Oh, I'm going to do the courses. How do we call it? Excuse me.
Mr. Fred, you can't forget. You see how people are. This is how they will ask you the question at the visa interview.
He's doing cyber security.
Even your lecturer knows the course you are doing, but you, the student, you don't know.
Yeah, I'm going to do cyber security in banking and finance.
Is that what you are doing at Zenith? You are on campus. I can see you are in the classroom. Okay. Is that what you are doing at Zenith?
Yeah, I'm doing my LLB law.
Okay, and you want to do cyber security?
Yeah, I did my first degree in banking and finance.
Oh, okay.
So so I want to do the cyber security in banking and finance.
Oh, okay.
Just to curtail some irregularities in the banking sector.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have a date.
The finance with cyber.
Okay. Because so you want to merge with the finance background that you have with cyber security?
Come again?
I'm asking if you want to merge your finance background with the cyber security that you are going to do.
Oh, actually, I used to upgrade myself, then to check the rot in the banking sector, so that we used to, encourage other people to enter or invest in the banking sector.
But like we are saying, these are the questions that they will be asking you. So you have to practice. Mr. Aman says they will do one-on-one coaching for you. So if they ask you the question and you do plenty, they will say that you are lying.
Okay.
Like somebody said, for the admission, you get it, but the visa interview is on you. So if you don't answer the questions very well, you
Oh, don't worry. As I'm now giving the platform, I have to rehearse well before going to the embassy. Yeah, we Ghanaians, we are timid, but with the help of Ms. Ama and the team, they are trying to build our how to become courageous to face the people at the embassy. So before my interview date, I'll be able to master the courage and look straight into their face and tell them what I'm going to do and what I'm capable of doing.
Okay, Mr. Fred, if you go and they ask you, why is it that you are doing an LLB and you want to do a community college program? How would you answer that? Because an LLB is an undergrad program. You are even doing it as a second undergrad, right? Because you have already done banking and you are doing that. You want to go and do an associate degree. That will be questionable. If they ask you, how would you answer it?
Oh no, I'm not adding it to what I'm going to do. When I'm filling the form, I'm not adding it to it.
Okay.
I'm not adding it.
Oh,
yes.
Okay. Okay.
I'm only a banking and finance student, so I'm going to do cyber security in banking and finance.
Okay.
Afterwards, I can come back to Ghana and write the bokola and go and practice my law.
Okay. So So how easy was it for you to get admission from the time you applied to the time you got the I-20 letter?
It was less than a month. Well, even when I had the I-20, I couldn't believe it. So I said, how come? Well, at the time, Mr. Ama have to call. He did a conference call with the administrator also, and was trying to find out why is it that my I-20 delayed. And in fact, the man was just shaking on the phone. So the next day or so, and I had a message that my I-20 is ready. I said, wow, boss, I've been told for you to get your I-20, it's not easy. but mine it was just like a magic. So it took me less than a month.
Now maybe you prayed. You know, Ghanaians, we believe in prayer, so maybe you prayed
Not-
and you got it, and God really wants you to get this. So that's very good. That means, Ama, can you show us a fresh I-20? We've already cancelled the names out, so your name will not show on the I-20. But we showed Alexis.
I even have one on my laptop. I have it on my laptop.
You have your I-20. So now you are carrying it like a flag. Hey, Charlie. You know, easy. You can carry it like a flag, Charlie.
I will show you my I-20 right now on my laptop.
It's not easy. You for carry them like flag. Sure. It's not easy.
This is the laptop that I'm using. It wasn't given to me by Mr. Ama.
The laptop.
Yes.
Mr. Ama gave you the laptop on top.
Yes, he gave it to me. A very powerful laptop.
Are you his brother? Are you a relative?
No. It's not my relative.
Oh wow.
He's just generous. He's just generous.
Oh wow, that's nice. That's nice. So whilst you are looking for your letter, Damai Henry sent a message. Say, why is nobody talking about LLM? Damai, I have a video on YouTube with the Virginia school, George Mason school. They do LLMs too. Please, Mr. Damai, I can send you a link to this. Even, you know what, Damai, I'll send you the email of the director of international admission. Send him an email. Tell him I gave you the email address, okay? And that you are interested in studying LLM. I'll send you the email, all right? So they do LLM, they do JD, they do PhD. There's George Washington, NYU, New York University. There's Berkeley School. Berkeley is expensive, so don't bother yourself with them. There's Washington University College of Law. They also do LLM. I don't have their email, but I can look for it and send it to you. So Dama, half of your work is done for you. I've done that for you. Okay, so I'll send it to you. Mr. Fred, have you seen your letter now?
I was just listening to you.
No, don't even worry if you want. No, it's okay. We don't even have to show it. Thank you, Jackson. Thank you very much. Dama, I've answered your question, so I'll send you the email to the school. Just send the email to the school. John Bosco Akotia, he is looking for what are the opportunities for teachers, Ghanaian teachers. Well, we are only here to talk about school. So if you're a Ghanaian teacher and you want to study, fine. But anything else, we can't help you. We are here to talk about school. But there are teaching opportunities for teachers as well. Can teachers do the associate degree you are talking about, or is just for undergrad students? Because teachers already have maybe a diploma.
Yes, anybody can do an associate degree, even if you have a PhD. So let's say I have a PhD in mathematics, and then I want to switch careers and maybe do plumbing. Instead of going for another 4 years, you will opt for a 2-year associate so that you get the hands-on, and then you can go into the work industry like right off the bat. So the associate is not for those who don't have a degree at all. The associate is for everyone because it's hands-on. Okay. I already have a degree. If I want to go back, let's say, and I want to do building drawing, I won't go and be an architect, go for 6 years. I'd rather go to the associate degree, which is hands-on practical. By the end of the 2 years, you guys are and I can get into the workforce, so anybody can. I have teachers who are teaching, who are actually wanting to merge their education with cybersecurity, so that it makes them more marketable. And now, those in Ghana, you know how they're talking about digitalization, how everything is going in AI and cloud. This is your opportunity to actually get your foot, in the door into that workforce. So don't limit yourself. I have a PhD, I have a master's. Why do I need an associate? There are very good reasons why you may want to consider that.
Okay. And Mr. Ama, somebody wants your number, and we said we promise that we'll put it out there.
Can you put it? I don't know whether I can put it up on my end.
Okay, I can put it on the screen here. I can put it on the
Okay.
screen, so I can put it on the screen. But let's answer this woman's question. Ernestina Newsy, she said her son is 17 years and gained admission to a university. What is the probability that he will be given a visa, knowing that he will be schooling with his parents in the US? Well, the small boys are it's even easy for them to get a visa. The small boy, he's 17. I hope you put him in a community college. If you put him in a straight university, sometimes it's difficult. Start him in a university. Mr. Ma, you are the expert, so go on.
Correct. So when you put him in university, he has 4 years to go. He has to do the 4-year program, and then he does OPT. Okay, that's number one. If you put him in an associate's program, he schools for 2 years, and then he starts working. He's going to do 1 year OPT. If he's in a STEM
Please explain
program,
the OPT. Not everybody is good with the terminology. Okay. The OPT, the permit, the work permit.
Yes, correct. So as an international student, you can work on campus. When you finish your program, they give you permission to work off campus in your area of study. So, for example, you did cybersecurity for 2 years, then you get hired by the electric company here in Las Vegas to work with them for 3 years. During that 3 years, you can still go back to school. You'll be working and studying at the same time, or they hire you on and then they can change your status. Okay, so that is OPT. OPT is when you're given permission to work off campus full-time in your area of study. If you go straight up to the university, you have to finish your 4 years before you can actually qualify for OPT. If you do associates, 2 years, then you qualify for OPT. If you're in the STEM program, it's 3 years that you can work after your 2-year program. Mm-hmm. Okay. Number two, the universities are more expensive than the community colleges. And it's the same thing. It's like they've broken the community college into 2 parts. You do your 2 years in a community college where you take all your prerequisites, and then you go to the university and then do another 2 years. So if you compare somebody who goes to the community college first before going to do another 2-year bachelor's, they are saving more money than the person who goes straight to the university to do a bachelor's. So
and plus you get more time for your work permit to work as well.
Correct. And you waited 4 years to be able to work, whilst the person who did the associate, the community college is just doing 2 years, and then they start working.
So this is the trick. For those of us who are coming from Africa, we know how work permit is very important. If you're a student and you don't have the opportunity to work, you are now going to look for somebody's paper and all those things. Even that one, we don't say too much here because a higher crime. You see, so it's very good, Auntie Ernestina, for your son. Let him rather out for community college because he gets the work permit to work during the period he's in the community college. And after that, he can also use the credit hours to get into full-time 4 years. So you can still work whilst you work on whatever immigration process that you want to work out for him. Okay, those are the things that a lot of people will not tell you. We are telling you for free. People won't tell you because once they've seen an opportunity, they don't want you to see it. So Kofi also says that I have an MSc in procurement chain supply management, but I'm interested in pursuing a PhD in the US. I need a now. Well, Kofi also, if it's a PhD, I will advise you to look at the video I did in the Scandinavian countries. They have funding. They pay you 3,500 to do your PhD. It's Germany, Denmark, Finland, Norway. Look at that. Watch that video. I added the links to all the description. If you go to YouTube, Vim Lady Online, the links to the schools are all in the description. Follow the links, okay? That one will really help you. Follow the links; it will help you. Dama, I answered your question. It says you applied to Loyola University. Loyola, it's expensive small. Loyola is expensive small. So if you don't have funding, I don't know. I don't know. I have some few schools that I can direct you to. Pacific Law School for admission and it's under review. What do I do next? Well, you can wait, but you can also apply to another school as backup because you never know what they will come and tell you. Okay, they say and I'm doing on Senquine. So if you apply to another school, it won't spoil anything. Okay. So I have this other question from this gentleman who is let me see the question again. He's in Kumasi. Candy says, I'm watching from Asukwa. Candy, thank you very much. The great KNKD. He says, how can I reach out for my scholarship advisor? Well, do you have an admission yet? If you don't, let's secure the admission before the scholarship, okay? Because you need to get admission before you can fight for your scholarship. Bright says, Vim, why do you sometimes speak Nigerian English? This is not our culture. Well, this is not Nigerian. Pidgin English is also Ghanaian. You don't know Ghana. Go and find out the history in Ghanaian. Ghana and Nigeria are twins. So there's nothing like Ghanaian English and Nigerian English. We are almost like twins in this area. Hilda says, please, do I need to start this? What do I need to start the process? How much? I don't know about how much. Ms. Ama, she's asking how much. I think you just have to start, right?
Yes, correct. Yeah. So reach out to us. We see your unique situation, how we can help. Sometimes, like she said, Vim Lady said, you can do it yourself. If you don't need us, we tell you do it yourself. If you need us, we would discuss our service fees and all of that with you.
And I've added Ms. Ama's number to the screen. I've pinned it so you can look for it. 702-202-5192. 702. And it's just America that I learned that people say it's not that number.
Not that one. Do
which
the
one is that?
650.
650-271.
9237.
9237. Okay. So let me just take that one off because I posted it. Okay, so the number is 650-271-9237. 650-271-9237. That's his number. Yes. If you WhatsApp that number, you can get his response. 650-271-9237. Remember, it's a US number, so 001 650-271-9237. 9237. John Sebe says, talk about SHS graduates. In fact, John Sebe, SHS graduates are the best candidates for community colleges. In fact, for the embassies, if you're an SHS graduate and you go for the interview, they normally give it to you fast. Because, you know, the Americans too are not, you know, like, they are not, they know that when they catch them young, most of the young people who go to America kind of stay longer. And they also want the tax benefit from you guys. It's because once you go and you work, they also take taxes from your salary and all that. You know, so they like the young people. When you go and you're an SHS graduate, please apply. Because those who have gotten the visa in the last few, like in the last year, most of them have been SHS students. Most of them have been SHS students. So please apply. If you are SHS students, okay. Boating Alexander, please, I'm SHS graduate and I want to do cybersecurity in Canada or Australia. Well, today we are not doing Canada or Australia. So if by force you want Canada or Australia, wait another time. I'll come and I'll bring someone from Australia. We've discussed Australia already. There's a video on YouTube about Australia. You can watch it, but I'll bring the person again if you want. Obed says, kindly let us know the service fee, please. Well, WhatsApp the number and he will send you the service fees too. Jojo Blanc says, I have an admission. Can this man help me with the finance aspect? Well, WhatsApp the number, and they've done it to other people who have gotten their admission somewhere, but they help them with the funding. Stephen, let me see if you have a question. Stephen, do you have a question? Or you are also one of those who got their I-20 letters for the visa interview? Oh, great. When did you get it? Stephen, your microphone is off. Hold on, let me unmute it for you.
Just yesterday.
You got it yesterday?
Yes, yesterday.
Can you tell us the course you applied for?
It was aviation.
Aviation, great. Do you already have an aviation background, or you want to move into a different area?
I studied a dispatch course at Accra.
Oh, okay. So it's something that you already like.
Yes.
Between the time you applied and the time your I-20 came, can you tell us the period? Was it maybe 2 months or 3 months?
It was just, I think 1 month.
Wow, 1 month.
Yeah, 1 month.
Oh wow, okay. So do you have a visa date that you can?
No, I'll be applying on Monday, so I'll give that to Osama.
Okay. So do you have your letter with you right now? Is it on the screen? The screen you are looking at?
Yes. I don't know if
Can
I
you read it?
I can.
Okay, so whilst you are looking for it to read, Enoch Opoku says, can I change my visitor B2 visa to an F1 visa in the US? Please, you cannot do it. But if you want to do it, you have to call an immigration lawyer to help you. And if you need an immigration lawyer, let me know. I'll send you AK Poku, Akuya Poku's contact, and she can help you if you are in the US, because she's in the US. So I can send you her office number, and she'll be glad to help you. Mohammed Exin Hood says, I have gained admission into PhD program in Southern Mississippi University in the US. I contacted the program coordinator, and he said that funding will be decided next week. Well, that's good. That's good. Congratulations. I want to know if he will be able to help me with the funding. Well, he says for the PhD, their funding is not up to that point. They are funding it. Mr. Amaiza, know what you said?
Correct. With PhD, he's not getting paid to do it.
Well, okay, Michael, I think that they said the PhD you'll be paid to do it, so don't worry about funding. I think you're okay, Michael. You'll be paid.
Yeah,
like in most of the European
pay.
countries, they pay them allowance for the PhD. You know. So Stephen, can you read your letter, please?
The acceptance letter.
I'm sharing his I-20 if you can.
Okay.
Put it on the screen, madam. Yes, there you go.
Stephen, is that your letter?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That's the I-20, not the letter.
That's the I-20. So read your letter to us, the admission letter you have. Read it so that we know for sure it's true that you've gained admission.
Okay. Dear Mr. Ohime, it's my pleasure to inform you that you have been admitted to College of Southern Nevada for the summer session beginning June 3rd, 2024. CSN is fully accredited by the Northwest Association of Schools and Colleges and offers more than 180 certificates and associate degree programs. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's okay. At least that's enough. So thank you. That's Stephen. Stephen has got his admission. So that's his admission letter he just read, and that is his I-20 form. So this is the form that you need this form for the embassy interview, because this is the one that certifies that the school has admitted you and the school has issued you with an immigration letter to certify to any embassy, any American consulate, that indeed you are a student who needs the visa for studies. So congratulations to all of you who have gotten the admission. I'm so proud of you that all of you have gotten your admission letters and you have your I-20s and you'll be studying very soon. So, but Stephen, can you tell us what program you are going to study? What are you studying?
I wanted to do another program, but let's talk about that one different. I want to do aviation. Yeah, that one.
Want to do admin?
No, aviation. Aviation.
Okay.
Yes, I wanted to do aviation, but
but did you get that?
Yeah, I got that. It's on.
Okay.
It's on the I-20. You can see that Mr. Amma has highlighted that part.
Oh, okay, that's great. But you're also interested in something else. So maybe after the aviation, you can do another thing. I mean, these days the world is all about diversified skills. So, so don't worry. If you get one, you can do another one. And now that the IT is in session, there are so many people who are doctors who are doing IT. I have a cousin of mine who did linguistics in Legon. She went to the US and she's doing IT. And now, the last time I spoke to her, she's doing medical billing, completely different area. But that's the beauty of it. Now everybody is diversifying their skills, so that's a very good opportunity for you. I'm very happy for you that you've gotten it. Lalita, I don't know if I got your name correct. Your question is: if the visa officer asks you why associate program and not a degree, what should be the best and simple answer for him? That's the question. But Lalita, I think that Mr. Ahmad said they are doing one-on-one session with their students. If you are not a student, you won't benefit from that. But Ms. Ama, would you want to answer it?
Yes, an associate is a degree, is an associate degree. So it's a degree program, but it's an associate, which means that you've done 2 years, and then the other 2 years would be a bachelor's degree. So it's a natural progression. If you're coming from, let's say, the SS, you can do associate and then bachelor's, master's, PhD.
Okay.
So the reason why most people do the associates is because of the cost. It's not as expensive as the university. If you go to a university, you may have to show $60,000 in your account. If I go for an associate, the community college, I'd have to show $30,000. Now, you would have a very interesting time trying to convince the visa counselor where you're going to get 60,000 from to support your education. It's a uphill battle. If you want to, no problem. But it's wise for you to be able to convince them easily that it's 30,000. The tuition is 12,000 a year. You know, if I work on campus, which I'm allowed to, I should be able to pay half of it, and then my sponsor, my parents, will pay the rest.
Okay.
So we're all here to save money because the person you're talking to is an American. They know that schooling is not cheap. The college level is not cheap.
They know, yeah.
You know, so to come out paying $80,000 a year, yes, without funding, or sometimes with funding, it's a bit much. So why not take a legal associate degree, easier route?
Okay. So, Ms. Ama, somebody wants to find out, Kojo, whether there's a GPA requirement for the community colleges. Do they have to show GPA? I think that's for those who are doing graduate studies, right?
Correct. It depends on the schools. Some state schools don't care about GPA. They just want to make sure that you finish your high school level. And then they take your transcript. And then based on your transcript, they give you admission to it. So my school in particular, they don't really focus on like GPAs. They just want to make sure that you've done the high school education. And then based on that, they give you the admission.
Okay, so that's it right there. I think our time is almost about. Abna also asked a question. She said, "That's if I'm a nurse, and I've been told that to evaluate my transcript, degree, and certificate before I can start the application process. Can I apply?" Ms. Ama, do you take evaluated transcript before they can apply to your school?
Yes. So if they are trying to transfer credits, yes, they would have to. You would have to do that. If you are not trying to transfer your credits, you don't need to do that. You just use what you have.
Okay. For instance, last time we spoke to Webers College in Utah, they accepted the Ghana's WASSCE results, so that was enough. They accepted WASSCE results, but if you do your the
it still had to be evaluated.
Yes.
Whereby they still had to evaluate. Correct.
Okay. So Bright says he's in Qatar and he wants to see if he can apply. I don't know, Mr. Ama, is it he's in Qatar, Doha?
Correct. Yes. So apply there. Apply from Qatar. You have your interview in Qatar if there's a US consulate there. You don't have to go to Ghana to go get your interview. Do it where there's a US consulate.
Okay, so that's your answer right there. He says mention the school again, Mr. Ama. Can you mention the school? Your school
is the College of Southern Nevada, CSN. C Charlie Sam November, CSN, College of Southern Nevada.
Okay. So that's the school right there. Mr. Ama, can you repeat the number again so that people can contact you when they want to?
Phone number is 650-271-9237.
Okay.
650-271-9237.
Okay. So that's the school right there. So this is for associate degrees. Those who are asking about graduate studies and maybe PhD, I've told you, go back to YouTube. 2-3 weeks ago, I posted a video with Mr. Brian Benison at GMU, and also we've done other videos with Webers State University. they have graduate study programs, and they give you automatically, you have like 8,000 scholarship. That's even for starters, and then you apply for the other funding available. That's Webers State College, okay. And then for those who are interested in PhD, I did a video a couple of weeks ago with funding for the PhD. Finland, Norway, Denmark. Check that description. I added about 6 links to 6 universities. Okay, so click on the links, and the links will take you to the universities, and the funding is all there. You can read it and do it on your own. Okay, if you want Ms. Amar to help you to find whichever one you want, there's help and there's information out there. All right. So Loganes, he says, please, what if you are already in the US and you want to transfer your credit, CSN credit? Will you still need a bank statement? Mr. Ahmad, this question, I think you can answer it.
No, so you transferring from one university to the other. All you have to do is you have to see your DSO, the one who's going to transfer your I-20 to the other school. So you'll get an official transcript, send it to the other school, and then when they give you the admission, when you're admitted, you don't have to show bank statement or anything. They just move you from this school to the other school, and then you go and continue your studies there.
Okay. So that's your question, right? Your answer right there. But Mr. Swansea says that he has a daughter who is in Ghana. She has a bachelor in physician assistant. Can she apply to the community college? Yes, Ms. Amma.
Yes, anyone, like I said again, anyone can apply to the community college. You find out the program that you want to read. If they offer it, if my college offers it, we can help you. But yes, anyone can go to the community college. Even if you have a PhD in one field, there's people change, they are, what do you call it? I'm missing my words. What they want to do, their career options. So I'm a banker. I don't want to do banking again. I want to get into the IT field, or I want to get into construction. Do I have to go do another 4 years, 6 years? No. You can do a 2-year diploma, and then you'll be ready for the workforce.
Okay. So that's your answer right there. Eric Boyan says, please, I'm a registered nurse. Can I get nursing program? Yes, Ms. Amma, I think last time you elaborated on the nursing programs in your school, even the nurses
Correct.
who do dentistry and all that. Can you go back to that?
Yes, correct. So if you're already a nurse, when you come here, you can transfer your credit. You evaluate your credits that you've taken in Ghana and see whether it will convert here. If it does, it means that you clear the prerequisites and then you get into the nursing program. If it does not, it means that you have to do your prerequisites again before you actually get into the nursing program, which would take you 3 years. If you go through the community college route, it's going to take you 3 years to actually, 2 years to do your prerequisite, and then 1 year in the program, and then you become a registered nurse in the US.
Okay. So that's the
and then you can get into medical billing. You don't have to be a nurse. You can go for the nursing, and then you get into medical billing. A lot of money to be made there, So yeah, you and that's what people do. They come, I want to be a nurse, and then when they see the other opportunities around nursing, they switch, and then they go and do other things. So
yeah,
yes, definitely our school has a nursing program.
So the school has a couple of nursing programs. Last time I think we itemized a whole. I don't know if you want to go back to that and do that. Maybe give us all the plethora of programs that you do there. If yes, I agree. Say, please, I'm also a midwife, both a diploma and a bachelor degree and midwife. Can you swap to nursing? Well, I don't know, but he said yes. Okay, he said yes.
Yes. There's one lady doing that at the moment. She was a certificate nurse. I don't know what they call them in Ghana. Now she's actually going to do the RN to be a registered nurse.
Okay. Then after that, she has to write the board exams in America if she wants to work as a registered nurse, right?
Correct. Okay. So I'm sharing the screen with the call with the. I don't know whether you can see it.
I think I can see it. So this okay, but it's a little blurred. So these are the courses they offer for their school, and it includes nursing. I don't know if you can elaborate Okay, I'm not sharing it from here, so I can't stretch it. Okay. So they have no, this is okay. This is cardio cardiorespiratory services and all that. Oh, you have medical transcription, nursing from LPN to RN, nursing from RN to BSN, nursing assistant, ophthalmic technology, contact lens technician, and then you have ophthalmic dispensing technician, optical laboratory technician, phlebotomy. I don't know. Phlebotomy.
Yes.
Phlebotomy. Okay. And you have physical therapist assistant, practical nursing, military medic, corpsman to LPA. Those who are young, if you are SHS, this is a good option for you if you go to the US Army. They even pay all your tuition. That's another area that a lot of people have not even paid attention to. If you are young, age is on your side, and so you can easily get into the US Army. But I think you have to be like a permanent resident or something before you go to the US Army, right? Or you have to be a citizen. Ms. Ama, which one is the
permanent resident?
You have to be a permanent resident.
But yeah, if you're still interested, there are ways they would entertain you.
Oh, okay. Because they need the people. They need the numbers.
Yes.
They need the numbers in the US Army. And I've seen a lot of Ghanaians who are, who are in the US Army. So they also have physical therapist assistant, practical nursing, sterile processing technology technicians, surgical technology, veterinary nursing. All these are nursing programs that you can do there. Then they even have air conditioning services, automotive, those who we call fitter. You see how they are collecting funds in America. We call them fitter in Ghana, but these are important mechanics in America, and they make good money in America. You see, they are doing all these programs, the mechanics, they are doing all these mechanic programs, automotive technology, automotive collision repair, the people who fix the vehicles, and then automotive technology, diagnosis specialists, those ones in Toyota, they want some in America. All these courses you can do, service technicians, cabin service, those who work in the aviation, those who work in the cabin service, flight operations, professional pilots, all these are courses they offer in their school. So if you have young children, this is the time that you have to, when they go in young, the opportunities are unlimited for them, as against if you are older, so you can let them look at these opportunities and take advantage of them. Mr. Ama, what are any final thoughts on this?
So I'll say, anyone who wants to study abroad, there is a process. It's not rocket science. If you want to study abroad, we can help. Vim Lady has used her channel to educate all of us. So watch her videos. If you're interested, you can reach out to me. You can reach out to those that she's brought on the show. My school is not the only school in America. We will not be able to take everybody, but use the services and then the information that she's providing out there. Use it. And, with faith, go for it. Don't let anyone hold you back. Don't let finances hold you back. There are ways around it. Chase your dream. I would rather go and get denied the visa, get the experience, find out what I did wrong, and then go back again. And people have gone back 3-4 times and they've gotten it. Okay. So follow your dreams. It's not rocket science. We are here to help. Even if you don't attend, you can ask people, even if you don't attend the school that I recruit for, I make phone calls to other schools, following up on admissions and I-20s for others. We are here to help. Use the resources at hand and chase your dream.
So, Ms. Ama, thank you so much. Alex, anything you want to say before you go? Alex?
Madam Afia and Mr. Ama, for the wonderful work you have done to we the Ghanaians who don't have access to do all this process, and you have been giving your quality time for us. I really appreciate everything. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you so much. Fred, anything you want to say?
So, ETB.
Well, Alex, your
Okay.
microphone has gone off. I think there was you made an error and you clicked on it, so yeah, it went off. It wasn't so. But I wish you guys all the best in there when you get the visa date and when you go for the interview, because that's another major part. After the letter, you need to get the interview. So I wish you all the, especially Fred, you, Steven, Alex from Sunyani. I really want to see somebody from Sunyani, from North, getting an opportunity, because for you people, it's not just about you getting the admission. You see, when your life changes, your whole generation behind you changes. That's what I like about all of you, because once you eat, all your relatives behind you also eat. And so I'm so proud of you, and I'm praying that you all get the date and get the visa interview, study, make something out of your life and build your life, So thank you guys so much. Ms. Amma, thank you so much for joining us. For those who we couldn't answer your questions up, Ms. Amma will go online and answer all your questions and add the links. But the number is where that's his company, Casa Study Tours, and they work with College of Southern Nevada. This is the university, the college that they are working with. So if you need any help with that school, and if you want other schools to, you can go to YouTube and you see all the videos we have done with other schools and the links to the schools. Check the description. Usually the details are all there. All the best to all those of you who have gotten admission and you have gotten your I-20. God bless you. Ms. Amma, anything else you want to maybe repeat your number again?
So you can reach us at on WhatsApp. Just WhatsApp me, and then we'll take it from there. The number is a US number, so +1 650 271 9237. 650 271 9237.
Okay. So you can call Mr. Amma. WhatsApp the number. He will get back to you and assist you with any help that you need. Papa Otukofi says, so long live Vimlady. Papa Otu, thank you so much. Nazio says, the NCLEX. Well, the NCLEX, you have to write it in South Africa. Else, if you go to the school in the US, then you write it after your program. Okay, you go to Mr. Amma's school, after the school, then you can write the NCLEX. All right, yes. So whichever one you want, there's opportunity there. Tete Patrick, I'll let Mr. Amma send you a message. Those who said they wanted the LLM, I'll send you the link, the email to the school, some of the schools who have at least manageable tuition, because it's expensive in all these countries. So thank you so much for everyone who joined us. If your brother needs it, just send the link to your brother to watch the video and contact Mr. Amma for any future help. You don't have to have watched it live. Those who didn't watch it live, they can watch it again. Take the number, text the man, and then he will be there to help. Okay. So let me know if anything else. If I see my phone and I see your message, I'll get back to you. So my name has been Efia Pokia. Thank you very much. Mr. Amma, thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.